Hi friends, hey, welcome back to the Expeditionary Johnny channel. Hey, if you're new to my channel, you'll see here that the theme of my channel is to help remove obstacles to getting outdoors. That could typically mean things like time, ideas, and maybe equipment. We're going to be talking about ideas and a little bit of talk about equipment. So my good friend Jamie from Lower Michigan Adventures told me about this challenge. It's the popcorn challenge. So can you make popcorn outdoors? So I'm like, absolutely. I'm 100% on board with anything where anybody can share their experiences to encourage others to get outdoors. I'm actually very grateful for this challenge because this one takes me back to the origins of the Expeditionary Johnny channel. I don't know if you guys know it, but several years ago I was looking at doing some motorcycle camping. So I got into looking at backpacking technology to be able to go out to some lakes and parks and cook up a meal instead of just going to your regular bar and grill. So my very first project was to make a homemade alcohol stove out of a couple of soda cans. So after my wife saw me make my first stove, she goes, you know what, you could actually teach some 4-H children how to make that, and then they could enter that in fair for like under the recycling program. So I said, sure. Next thing I know, I had parents ask me what's next, and that set this pathway of me learning more and more outdoor skills and passing that on to other children. All right. And I'm really grateful for this challenge because it goes back to my theme, removing obstacles. All right. One of the big obstacles is the price of equipment. So today we're going to show how you don't have to spend much money to go outside and have a good time. All right, so most people are familiar with these canister stoves. They're actually quite affordable and very effective. You can use that in combination with, say, maybe this 2-man Stanley cook kit here to cook a meal or maybe make some popcorn. Now, if you want to go something even more economical and maybe make a fun project, you can make a little alcohol stove out of a couple soda cans. You might get a little bit of hardware cloth to make a pot stand. And then you can take 3 soda cans to make yourself a little windscreen here for your stove. And to cook things up, we're going to be using this $5 grease pot I got at Walmart. A great thing about having a cooking vessel like this grease pot or maybe the Stanley cook kit is you can actually include a lot of your ingredients on the inside. So you can see I got a bit of oil, some butter, plenty of popcorn. We got some salt. We have some butter and cheese flavoring, and a little bit of salt. Okay, let's make some popcorn here. First, let's go ahead and fuel up our stove here. Next, let's light it up. So you guys might notice here you don't see a flame. That's because the flame on alcohol stoves is invisible. You have to actually have a dark setting so you can actually see it, but I can feel the heat. It's there. All right, so while our stove blooms, let's go ahead and get our popcorn ready. Let's add a bit of oil to the bottom of our little cook pot, grease pot. These alcohol stoves work better with the pot stand. You really want about 1 inch clearance. So let's put down our little pot stand. We don't have much wind, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip that. Let's put our pot on there, pour on our popcorn, add our lid. Yum, yum. But hey, what's popcorn without a little bit of butter? Let's get on that. Now, if you're looking for an easier solution, you can just get yourself an old Fancy Feast canned cat food, poke a bunch of holes in it using a hole punch. That works just as well. IKEA Kids Cook Kit. All right, just like that, we got ourselves a bit of melted butter. Let's just go ahead and pour that on in there. Let's add a little bit of salt. I always like extra butter seasoning. A little bit of cheese powder. Shaken, not stirred. Hey, this is as good as going to the movie theaters, or better actually. All right, so this brings us to the end of another video. Hopefully you can see it really doesn't take a lot to get out and to experience the great outdoors and have a nice treat, okay? These little alcohol stoves are perfect for making popcorn, boiling some water to make some hot chocolate. If you want, you can use it to reconstitute your meals. But it's a great way to introduce the outdoors to your children. Just give them a fun, simple little project, and they have a great treat outside, okay? All right, so I want to say thank you to Jamie with Lower Michigan Adventures. Thank you for letting me know about this challenge and inviting me to participate. I want to invite all of you guys to get out, try not only this challenge, but any other challenge you want to take on. Think of different meals you would like to enjoy outdoors, because remember, we are only limited by our own imaginations. All right, so again, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate everybody. You take care and have a good week.